Today we are trying on some cozy fall finds from Abercrombie for women over 40. A few of these items I have already tried on, and I will share with you why I think they are just wonderful and cozy and wonderful. And then there are a bunch that I have not tried on yet, so we will try those on and check them out for fit, quality, softness, coziness, all the fall wonderfulness. Everything will be linked down below, and let's get started with the first item. The first one is this jumpsuit that I'm wearing right now. This is the long sleeve half zip fleece jumpsuit. I actually bought this last year for a review video, and I just liked it so much. I wore it literally every single day when I would get home from work. It has a really soft, nice feeling sweatshirt material. On the inside, it's lined with a really cozy fleece. The cuffs are really, really soft and stretchy, and there isn't anything cutting in anywhere. It does have this zip down the front, so you can go, as far as you want. I am 5'6", so here's about where it sits. And then I do tend to wear this waistband a little bit higher, so I get a little bit of poof out the top. So I don't know, I just wouldn't do that. This says to me, garage jumpsuit. This says Abercrombie mom or something. I got this in a medium, and of course it does have a stretchy waistband in the middle, but for some reason this is very, very stretchy and loose, and it just sits on my natural waist, and it's really soft and comfortable. If it wasn't comfortable, I would never wear this, because who wants something uncomfortable as a lounge outfit? Not this gal. Here is what the back looks like. The whole thing just feels like a cozy, soft fleece hug. If we're just gonna get super cringy and say cringy things, that's what it feels like. It also comes in sort of this vintage blue color that I'm tempted to get and just swap between them. This is just my home outfit, and some of this too, so let's move on. One other thing with this particular jumpsuit is that I always love to look on the website and see what the suggested outfit ideas are, and when I looked this up, it was very, very fancy. So one of them shows the jumpsuit with a tank top, and that's your outfit. One of them shows the jumpsuit with a purse, that's your outfit. And one of them shows the jumpsuit with a pair of sunglasses. So you can really mix and match. You can make this look very different depending on the accessories you use. That's what Abercrombie suggested, so I thought that was interesting. The next things I have are tops, and so to pair with that, I decided to try some Abercrombie jeans. These are the high-rise vintage straight jean. I got them in a size 29, which is an 8 regular. They actually look like they're gonna be a little bit too big possibly, but they just have a straight leg. There's not a lot of stretch to them, and it's a pretty thick denim. So we'll try these, and I'm gonna try the jeans with this Sunday crew. So we'll start with the jeans. These are the high-rise vintage straight leg, and like I said, I got them in a size 29. I think that's probably the right size on my waist, but the rest of them feel like they're just maybe a little bit big, or maybe that's just kind of the style. There's no stretch to these really at all, but they come up really high. Like the waistband is actually really comfortable. It's just, I think there's a more flattering pair of jeans for me. The sweatshirt, however, is very, very soft and wonderful. This one has a lot of different colors. This one just has these little flowers that are embroidered on there that I think are kind of pretty. Makes it a little bit unique. It's got the same sweatshirt material as the other jumpsuit, and then fleece on the inside. This one I got in a medium. I think the jeans are just literally throwing me off. I don't think these colors go together at all, but we'll look past that. The reason I ordered all these Sunday crews was because last year I ordered this one. This is the Game Day Vintage Crew. Nice and generic for all of your game attendances. But this one I got in a medium also, and it's just so soft. That coloring probably looks better with these jeans, but I'm actually gonna swap out my jeans for something else. Here's the next one. It's just another option for the Sunday crew. Basically, this is the ski destination Sunday crew. This one says Lake Tahoe on it, and when my husband saw me trying this on, he was like, what is it? What is that? What is that? And he didn't really, I was like, it's Lake Tahoe. And then he thought that was weird, and he didn't really care for it. And I said, well, get used to it, because I'm gonna be wearing this a lot. So I got this one, and then I also got, where is it? I mean, I kind of went crazy. They're that nice. They are that comfy and soft if you like crew neck sweatshirts. I also got this one, and I got mediums in these, and they're a little bit more oversized than say the Game Day and the regular Sunday crew. I swapped the jeans into these cut from the cloth. They're just a straight leg. They kind of look like a skinny. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure that out. But anyway, and because these are so comfy, I also got them in this one, which has a Bronco on the front of it. This one fits the same. And then also, this one, which is the Vikings. I'm not even a sports fan, but I do live in Minnesota, and I just thought this would be fun to throw on and walk into the room where my son is watching the football game and just see his reaction, see what he says. I thought it was kind of nice. And again, it's super comfy and cozy, so there you go. So along with all the crew neck sweatshirts, they also have it in this hooded zip up sweatshirt. This is the full zip hooded Sunday crew. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just in a full zip. So we'll just throw this on really quick. You can probably imagine. But then I did with this get a couple of different options for matching sweatpants because I'm all about a little set. This would probably look very similar to just this whole jumpsuit, but just a little bit different feel and easier to go to the bathroom. So here's the full zip hooded sweatshirt. I mean, it kind of just looks like what you would expect it to look like. This one is in a medium, so it fits more true to size. It's not quite as oversized as some of these larger crew neck sweatshirts. The pockets are really soft. They have just the sweatshirt material on the back, and then the front is lined with fleece. So that's very, very soft if you wanna keep your hands in your pockets. This kind of reminds me of like high school or college, because I think I probably had something similar to this and just wore it constantly, like all the time. So I'm kind of getting that vibe a little bit, but that's okay. It's very soft, very comfortable, just a different arrangement. So now let's try on some sweatpants. So the first pair, whoopsies, I got are these wide leg. These are the high rise wide leg Sunday sweatpant. They have a nice stretchy waistband. I got these in a size large. They look nice and roomy and big and comfy. Nice big wide leg. And then of course on the inside they're lined with that fuzzy fleece. I think these are just gonna be magically wonderful, and let's try them on. All right, they are in fact magically wonderful. I did get these in a large, and they are the right size for me based on the waistband. So they have a nice stretchy waistband that feels a lot like the one on the jumpsuit, and then there is a drawstring in case you need to tighten that up. The pockets have a soft lining in them. Everything about these just say I am a super loungy pair of pants. I did size up with these. Oh, there's a box under there. Well, that's nice looking. Let's get that out of there. I don't even know what that is. Ignore that. It doesn't look very aesthetic. What is that? It's a box. Go. They are nice and long. Again, I'm 5'6", and they come down well over my slippers. They're actually very long. They actually drag on the floor. So there's that. I think I actually had ordered these pants in a medium before and knew that that was too tight, and that's why I got the large. But if you wanted just to get your regular size, you probably would be fine with that. I also got the pants in a jogger style. So let's try those next. So that was the wide leg. This is the Sunday sweatpant. It fits all the same, except it has an elastic at the ankle, but it is not cutting in or anything. They have enough stretch in them to where they're not gonna get like caught up on my calf, because sometimes that happens with pants, and then you sit there and kind of have to do this sort of thing, but I don't feel like that would happen at all. They are a nice length. I also got these in a large just for the waistband, and it's just super soft, cozy waistband. Of course, you have the drawstring if you need it. And yeah, they feel just pretty much like the wide legs, only with the elastic. So I think both of them are very comfy. It's just if you don't want them to drag on the floor, maybe go with this style. And just because they have lots of options, I also got these ones. These are the lounge brushed wide leg sweatpant. I got them in a medium and a large just because I wasn't sure, since it was a little bit different styles. These ones are not lined in the fleece. They're just a much thinner, very stretchy material, like mega stretch. So I think they're just gonna be a little bit not so hot. They feel really soft. They look really big. I mean, all this stuff is big, but that's how I like my lounge clothes, I guess. These are the brushed lounge pants. I did put the medium on first, and the waistband was too tight. So then I went to the large, but then this one actually feels almost too loose, and there is not a drawstring in this one. So, I mean, this is probably the size I would get, but they're pretty loose. These are super stretchy, like really stretchy pants. Very soft, very comfortable. They don't really feel like you're wearing anything, to be honest. They're not probably the most flattering pair of pants. They're very comfortable. Like if you are recovering from surgery or something, this might be a good option. When I was looking through the website trying to find things that I thought would work well for women over 40, you have to kind of scroll through and find them, or what I would think are appropriate for over 40. I found a couple of different sweatshirt options that just looked a little bit different, and I thought we would try them. This is the fleece V-neck mini dress, and I thought it looked it looks a little, now that I hold it up, I just don't think I'm gonna like it. But on the website, it looked kind of cute. And it also is just this same sweatshirt material with that fleece on the inside. And I thought it would maybe feel and fit like the other jumpsuit that I like so much, just in a dress style. So we will just try it on. I just have a feeling it's gonna be super short and not be flattering on me at all. I got this in a medium, and let's try it on. Okay, they're not joking around when they labeled this one a mini dress. This is a mini dress, a fleece mini dress. I knew that's what it was when I ordered it. I was a little intrigued by it, and now I realize I'm going to be returning this. I got this in a size medium. It's really, really soft. That same nice soft sweatshirt material, fleece on the inside. It does have these kind of preppy, I mean, isn't this like one of the styles that's out right now? Kind of this preppy look. So you have that in the V and on the sleeves. And then this waistband is actually, it's very soft. It doesn't bother me. It's just a little bit tight. So you have to wear it on the smallest part of you. And if you bring it up too high, it just is really short. I mean, I don't have to go into like all the details on this. It's a very short little dress. I would feel really uncomfortable kind of going anywhere in this. I don't think you could sit down. I think I'm done with this one. Now, we did get another dress. This one is the long sleeve zip up fleece mini dress. It looks like it's just going to be a little bit longer. Of course, it doesn't have that waistband to kind of sit up high on your waist. I got this one in a medium, and I don't know, it probably is gonna look like a green bag, but let's try it on. It's very, very soft. Of course, they're all soft. Everything's soft. Here's this one. It kind of looks like what I expected it to, kind of just a shapeless sort of fleece sweatshirt sack. It fits me a little bit longer than the other one, so that kind of feels nice. It does have pockets. It has the same sweatshirt material, but the fleece on the inside, I don't know if you can tell, it just has a little bit of a different, almost like a nubby sort of fleece feeling, more so than the soft fleece in the rest of these things. I feel like this would have been my favorite dress back when we wore leggings and tall boots and like a tunic style sweatshirt thing or whatever, longer shirt, because it's really, really comfortable. I just don't really see when I would wear this. It feels like a fleece nightgown, kind of. I mean, it's a lounge dress. It's really soft and comfy if you like lounge dresses, lounge mini dresses. You could maybe pair this with one of these pairs of sweatpants and you would feel like $1 million and you would look like not $1 million. Let's look at what did Abercrombie suggest? How should we wear this? Okay, I looked, but it turns out they didn't really offer suggestions. They do show the gray one with a pair of tall boots. So if that's a look you're going for, that would work. I actually think that looks awkward on the model, and she's a model. I feel like I've kind of rediscovered Abercrombie after many, many years of, I don't even know if I ever actually really shopped at Abercrombie, to tell you the truth. I don't think I did, but I do think they have really nice loungy sort of basics, and I found a few things that I have added to my wardrobe from Abercrombie. If you are rediscovering Abercrombie as well and would like to see some more videos where I am just trying to find things that would work for the over 40 crowd, I will put a link to a playlist up here for more videos. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you over there. Bye.